Okay, good morning children. Today I am going to continue the lesson, that is transport and communication. So today I am going to go for the national highways. What is national highways, children? These trunk roads connect state capitals, ports, towns and cities of national importance, and they are these Central Public Works Department, means CPWT, looks after the construction of maintenance and of these roads. So keep it in mind children, national highways are the trunk roads connects to the state capitals, ports, towns or cities of national importance. The Central Public Works Department looks after the construction and maintenance of these roads. The second one children, state highways. What do you know about state highways? So these roads connect the district headquarters and the state capital with the national highways. So I will repeat once again. The state highway roads connect the district headquarters with state capital and with the national highways. The State Public Works Department undertakes the construction and maintenance of these roads. The third one children, district roads. What do you mean by district road? Jilla Panchayat is in charge of these roads. They connect the taluk headquarters with state highways, railways, etc. I'll repeat once again. The district roads are Jilla Panchayat is in charge of these roads and they connect taluk headquarters and it is and also with the state highways and also with railways, etc. The last one you have got in this is village roads. So you know already what is village roads. So these roads link to the villages with one another, that is the towns and the market center. Most of them are unmetalled roads. I told you the village roads are unmetalled roads and are unusable during the rainy season. But all attempts are being made to convert these roads into metal roads. Okay children? Okay, next I am going to go is border roads. What do you mean by border children? Border itself tells you the place where there is defense, okay, where our country has to be protected by the enemies who will come to attack from the other countries or destroy the peace and the unity among our India in India. So these border roads are more important. So these are the defense roads. So I'll tell you the roads which are in border areas, means the borders specially used for the defense purpose, are called as border roads. The roads which are in the border and specially used for the defense purpose are called as the border roads. So these roads are found along the Indian borders. So where are the Indian borders? So we have got Indian borders to protect our nation, that is Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar. So these are the borders of India: Pakistan, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh and Myanmar. The construction and maintenance of these roads come under Border Roads Development Authority. Okay, so this is about the border road. Next I am going to go is the railway transport. So you all know children, when was the first railway line started? When was the first railway line laid children? So as you all know, it is between Bombay and Thane in the year 1853. So this is a general, but it is there even in your book children. So first and foremost about the railway transport, what you all know children? So they are the important, this is also one of the important mode of transport like the roadways. So they are useful in railways. You can carry heavy loads of goods. Okay, goods and even the large number of passengers. So you can go for a longer distance with heavy loads of goods and also with the passengers. You have seen the goods train as well as the passengers train. So either you can carry the heavy goods or the large number by railways, okay, to long distance places. They play also a very important role in agriculture, industry and the economy of India. So it all not only plays importance, it plays importance not only to carry passengers and goods, but also plays a very important role in agriculture, industry and the economy of India. They help to expand trade and tourism. Yes, tourism is increasing. In India, the railways were constructed, not now, it is constructed at the time of the British. So when the Britishers had come to India, they are the first one who had put the railway line for their importance or for their convenience to transport. They are to have trade and to move their raw materials or their army from one place to another. So to carry the raw materials and also the army to bring to India. So for that sake, they are the first one to start the railway. So the first railway line was laid between Bombay and Thane in 1853, and then next it was followed from Kolkata to Raniganj in 1854. Chennai to Arkonam in 1864. Then it gradually developed to other parts of the country. The next is the railways from the largest public sector. It is the largest public sector undertaking in India. But it has a network about, how much network it has got? 7,031 stations and a length of 64,015 kilometers. The railways are divided into 16 zones for the purpose of efficient management. Many steps are taken to provide comfortable and safe railway travelling. So this is about the railway, children. So next I am going to go for the pipelines. What do you know about pipelines? So don't think pipelines means you all will think it is only about water. This is not about your water pipeline. These are also one of the important mode of transport. Pipelines are laid under the earth. So you find these pipelines under the earth's surface. They are mostly used for what? For the transportation of the crude oil from where? Oil fields. The oil fields and to refineries. From oil fields it goes to refineries and then it comes where natural gas and mineral slurry. So there are different types of crude oils which goes from the oil field, refinery, natural gas and mineral slurry. So what is the total length of the pipeline in India? It is 35,676 kilometers. So the total pipeline of India is 35,676 kilometers. So thank you children for watching the video. I'll continue in the next class.